I think talking about culture, right, for me is one of the most important things for any business. How do you learn that? Like, how do you figure out that, if you didn't have a good culture, you wouldn't have a good business?
I didn't really know that. When I went in, driving culture and everything, I do now, right? I know how important it is. And I saw the people that were working for me back then were, they had no business being there. They were super smart guys driving a truck, right? But they saw the vision, and I like to pitch the vision. So I was able to collect some great talent, incredible talent. And I mean, people that now work for, companies like Guggenheim, and these guys were driving trucks and selling too. But it was just a important thing. And I reflected on that. And, as I went down the road in business and realized that if you have a great culture and vision and you can really drive that in your business, no matter what happens, you'll figure it out. You and your team will figure it out, and they're on the same bus,
Yeah, it's incredible. It's true. I was talking to a doctor in psychology that specializes in entrepreneurs, and she says that 90% of the time when she goes into a business and do consulting, it's the problem among the people. It's not the product, it's not the service, it's not the P&L, it's issues among people. Emotions and cultural issues. So her job is to actually clean that up. As soon as that's cleaned up, the company starts to thrive.
So I took that challenge, and we opened up in a closed down restaurant banquet room, and that got me going in this industry.
That's crazy.
An industry I didn't know anything about, so
Again, so you did it again. If you look at your life path, it's like you jump from industry to industry, and you become successful without knowing anything.
Yeah,
isn't that incredible?
I ask all the dumb questions when I get into a new business. I'm not afraid of what that business is, and if anybody asks enough questions and gets to know that business, unless it's rocket science, it's totally doable. So yeah, I have a trend or history pattern of not knowing anything about anything, and yet going into those businesses, because a lot of the times those businesses, as in software development, outsourcing, right? There's 1,000 companies here. It's about building a better mousetrap, that provides a better experience, and of course, culture drives that.
I believe when you hit rock bottom financially, it's a lot easier to sustain other problems in life, isn't it?
Yeah, puts things into perspective.
Right.
For sure. Yeah.
I had my first business right out of college. I thought I could become a software consultant right out of college, without knowing that people saw me as a junior developer. So the first 2 years in business, I took a big loan from the government, and I went on business. I spent that money 6 months into the business. And then I spent all the money that I had on all my credit cards. And I was almost bankrupt 2 years in. And I remember I didn't have money to pay, not the rent of the office alone, the rent of my house, where I was living with my 2 kids and my wife. Until one day I woke up and I realized that if I didn't do anything, I would lose everything, including my family.
I think that's an entrepreneurial rite of passage, honestly.
Yeah, for me, it developed this attitude of being grateful for everything and don't take anything for granted, right? And it also gave me a lot of resilience, right? When things go really bad, for example, one client defaulted $1 million on us 3 years ago. $1 million. Just in taxes alone, I owed like $300,000, and they couldn't pay. If I wouldn't have gone through that first experience in the 90s, I would have just closed down the shop. But we went through it. We went through it. We actually replaced the income. We got better, and now they're paying back. It's incredible. But it's that resilience that comes from overcoming huge obstacles in your life.
No, you're right. And the grateful comment is spot on. And I think if that rite of passage process really builds character, and it lets you put in things into perspective. And it doesn't, my failures in life from a business standpoint don't define me. I'm not afraid of that because I've been there.
That's also for the audience. You want to go on your own business, be ready for war, because that's what it looks like. You become a soldier and you need to survive until you thrive. It's not roses and free time, right?
Yeah, no, and things like getting married. That's why I didn't get married for a long, long time, because I knew I liked being an entrepreneur, and I know what that would do to somebody else who's close to you. And having kids. I mean, double that, triple that, quadruple that. That feeling of risk kind of changes in that respect. It's not all about you and what you can handle. It's about what other people can handle. And that is the responsibility load is really, really hard. And so, anybody going into building a business, you got to recognize what that is going to do to the people that are around you. And they better be behind you, they better understand what it takes.